Hello, everybody. Hello. Hey guys. So, welcome to the new setup-ish. This is kind of what I'm wanting to do for more videos, kind of more discussion-based videos, so to speak. So, that's going to be interesting. I, of course, have my computer pulled up here. The reason I'm showing this photo in particular is because I kind of want to just talk about just some things that have been happening. Not really any excuses for why I haven't been on YouTube, because, to be honest, I've tried to get on YouTube multiple times before, and nothing that I've tried has really worked. I haven't been on YouTube for a while now, mostly because I've been trying to prioritize other things. Obviously, I now, ever since the October-ish, no, way before then, more like, back into like August or July or something like that, I have actually had a full-time job, which is that's a first for me. But outside of that, I've also been working on a couple games. And I know that if you've followed me on Twitter, or if you have seen the last couple YouTube videos that I've uploaded, you would know this. You would know that I have a couple of things in place. I do have things that I'm planning to do, but to put it shortly, those projects kind of have fallen through, and I got really excited for them really quickly, and so I wanted to tell people about them, or tell them that at least something exists, that I'm not doing nothing with my time, because I'm always doing most of the time I'm doing something. Whenever I have the chance, I always try to work on something, whether that be a YouTube video like this or the game that I'm working on. Today, actually, I have some interesting things to show. So I'm not gonna show too much, but I'm wanting to show kind of both the thought process and some of the things that I've been working on over the past few months, and kind of give some reasoning as to why these things haven't come about, which honestly I think will be pretty apparent pretty quickly. Way back in October, me and Isabella came up with this idea. We actually posted kind of a trailer for it-ish, that was called Project C.R.A.P.
Couple of ideas.
None of them were working.
Any other ideas?
Not really.
And then she just started laughing.
About a dog pooping.
Wait, we can do that.
So, this is video footage of what we started to create. And obviously it's very basic, it's only prototype-esque and all. So, the idea for this game was extremely dumb, but it kind of worked. But the idea, as you can kind of already tell, was that you play as a dog who's trying to escape capture of the humans by laying down series of fecal matter and running away. Obviously, you can tell that this is very basic, to put it lightly. And I mean, weirdly though, the reason why that this turned out the way it did, and why we haven't continued to work on it, is because it got so big so quickly. This is something that I'm actually beginning to realize about myself, is that I am a very ambitious person, and Isabella is kind of the same way, where we will start bouncing ideas off of each other, and we're like, oh man, what if it had this? Oh, we gotta put this in here. We gotta do all these things. We gotta have a story mode. We gotta have multiple dogs. We gotta have all these systems in place. Oh, it won't be that hard. We'll just have to make a couple of cutscenes and whatnot. You'll be fine. It'll be fine. No, it was not fine. we realized very quickly that if this game is ever going to be made into its fullest, that we're going to need more time, more resources, and more experience. And the last one's kind of a big thing. Do I still plan on making this? Maybe. I don't know what kind of support I'll get for it. Because, I mean, to put it bluntly, this is a very childish idea. And I don't know. If you guys think that this could be interesting, to kind of put these like stealth-ish mechanics and this weird but funny kind of thing into an actual game of some kind, let me know. But as it stands right now, I'm kind of just moving on from this. So yeah, so that game was interesting. But there was another game. After that point, me and Isabella obviously had realized that, this is way too ambitious of an idea. We gotta scale it back and hope for the best. And so we started trying to, come up with another idea, a much simpler idea. And a natural conclusion was, instead of going to three-dimensional models, we would go with pixel art. Hey, so yeah, that didn't exactly go as planned. Apparently my computer thought that it needed a new version of Unity, but then I tried to download it, but then it wouldn't open the project that I was working on, and then my phone, after such a long time of recording, died because I used my phone as my camera, which, I mean, it works. It's a good picture. But yeah, and so a lot of stuff that I made right after that point was kind of useless, and so now, as I'm editing it, I've decided to go back, scrap the second half of the video, and kind of just redo it while having a direct feed of my computer. Basically where I had left off, if I'm not mistaken, is what is this second game of mine, this supposed second game. Well, that game is a game that, as you can see by the little title up here, it's called, oh goodness, it's called Street Farter. This game was a game that we had made after tossing around a couple of ideas, and we had kind of come across the idea that, what if a husband, how they tease their wives by like doing they do like the cute but weird things that couples do, and one of those things is like, you share your gases with each other, and it's totally cool, like it's weird, but it's a totally relatable thing in a weird way. But anyway, so this is the game that we had been working on. Now, currently the only thing that we have to us is the actual sprite itself. We do not have any kind of animation for walking, jumping, or any kind of attack. A lot of it is just placeholder stuff until Isabella can create those animations, which currently she does have the walking animation, and she's working on the rest of it, which is good because I do hope to actually release this as kind of like a free little fun thing that I've been working on. So in this game, you are this guy who his entire goal is to fart. This is one of the biggest reasons why this project isn't any longer in production, because the idea of, the goal of the game, you gotta fart on somebody. The bigger farts, the more powerful. But oh no, you can sniff your own farts and it'll do the damage. But hold on. What's the button for? That one. But if you're shielding, then you won't take damage until you run out of breath. Because oh no, you can run out of breath. But otherwise,
You can also blow it away, but don't run out of stamina. Oh, that's bad. I'm talking in a certain way, but a lot of these mechanics I did actually find interesting, and I still do find interesting in some way. This game, more than others, I would want to kind of make eventually, if only because, like, even though it is extremely childish and weird and dumb, it has been fun making it and trying to come up with all these different concepts and mechanics and actually implementing them into the game, whether that be the health bar that you have, or not health bar, but your health, to having 3 different levels of a fart. So you got level 1, you got level 2, and then you got the bigger level 3. And the bigger it is, the more potent it is. As well as your fart meter having to refill over time. The point is that it's been really interesting and fun working on this, and I'm excited to see where my practice with these takes me into the next endeavor. Hey guys, so as kind of a last thing, I wanted to show you guys kind of something interesting, and that is a green screen. So I had finally gotten my hands on one of these, or rather it was gifted to me. Thank you, Mom. So I'm really excited to actually start using this in various videos that I use. Whether that be I have like a webcam or something and then I put it behind me, and then I have various things go behind me. It won't work too well because of my hair is not very compliant with green screens, but we'll see how that turns out. The lighting in my room isn't the greatest because it's just the one light in my room, but it works. So anyway, one last thing that I wanted to talk about is kind of the various Okay, hold on. Okay, so where was I? One of the other things I wanted to kind of talk about was kind of how I'm kind of wanting to form this YouTube channel, so to speak, and what I'm planning to do with it. And one of the bigger things about that, not bigger, okay. One of the things I'm going to do with that is that there are going to be some regular-ish uploads, and that being I want to keep doing these discussion videos where I kind of just sit either in front of this green screen here, or I sit at where my setup is or something like that, just to kind of have some kind of background, and then I talk about something, whether that be something that I enjoy in terms of like a TV show or something, or like a particular video game. Maybe I want to talk about some game design because, hey, I'm a game designer, or just something random, maybe current events or news or whatever. But I want to have some kind of platform to just kind of give you something to watch, which I don't know. Maybe some people like me. Maybe not. Who knows? The other thing is me and B, my partner, is we are doing a podcast. Actually, by the time that this comes out, either on the same day or sometime around then, the first episode of that podcast will have been released. And I'm very excited to see what you guys think of that. We already have another episode kind of in the works. And we'll find some way to upload that. We're planning on having that also be weekly, along with these discussion videos. And last but not least, I don't know how often I will be doing this. Maybe it'll be weekly, maybe it'll be semi-weekly, something, but I'm also wanting to do a couple of Let's Plays. They're not going to be common games that you would find. A lot of them that I'm going to do are kind of just things that I either want to show people because I don't think it's talked about enough, or maybe I want to talk about a more popular game and talk about why people like it, more on that game design kind of thing. or maybe have something a little different, a little fun. We'll see what happens. But otherwise, yeah, I look forward to seeing what you guys think with all of my various doings and whatnot. And with that being said, see you guys in the next video or something. I don't know. I'm never good at these. Bye.